Hello, it's your boy Rob Jiggity, and I'm here with my boy Angelo.
What's up, guys?
And today we're gonna do a special show for y'all. We're gonna discuss the events of the last 24 hours. It's been a very interesting 24 hours. So Angelo, would you like to start us off with a topic?
Oh, well, the topic, of course, is the election of 2016, which started yesterday at 6 o'clock, and every poll ended at the latest 1 o'clock in the morning because Alaska has the last vote. And honestly, no one has seen it coming that Trump would actually take over Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which was a surprising factor into this election, and I think it all started off when Trump won Florida, which was
that was a big turning point when he won Florida. That's when I really knew he was gonna win, and that's what worried me, because that man scares me as a human being.
Well, I think both candidates.
Both candidates are bad, but I think Trump is worse.
You think Trump is the worst one?
Yeah.
I thought Hillary was.
All right, so let's discuss that. Why do you think Hillary's the worst one?
Well, everyone's going to be thinking, the emails and everything, but it's not just the emails.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot more behind it. And plus, I have a feeling that if you remember, Bill Clinton's administration was not even that good. He caused economic drops into the 2000s when George W. Bush took over as well. And I was afraid also maybe that administration will rub off since she was the first lady at that time.
Clinton had one of the biggest growths in that time period.
Yeah, but if you look closer on how he negated the Squall Act of 1932, I believe, is when that because now people that couldn't afford mortgages were starting to pay off mortgages, which made a decline in the real estate of people sometimes don't realize. And really, I felt like also Hillary Clinton is better in foreign affairs. I give her that.
Yeah,
she
definitely
might be better, but I think also she might be focused too much because, as you saw in the Obama administration, he tried reaching out to other countries, which I'm not saying it's bad, but I think we should focus on the inner conflict since we are a divided nation right now for the last 8 years.
I mean, I feel like we've been divided for way longer than that, but
since 2001. Really. After 9/11, we have been united a little bit, and then after it started decrease.
But the thing I want to point out is I don't really I think Trump is the worst because of the fact that he's hateful. Like he's xenophobic, homophobic, misogynistic, Islamophobic. So I think and you could attribute his teachings, his speeches to hateful acts towards all these groups of people, towards Muslims. There was hate crimes against Muslims, hate crimes against black people getting punched in his crowds. Like, I feel like,
but also,
as bad as Hillary is, Trump.
Yeah,
I don't like hate mongers.
You remember what NSL did? I forgot. It was 3 weeks. I forgot when it was. SNL did this funny skit about how it was racist for Trump, and also I don't agree with both of them. I do not like both of them, but when I was voting, the thing that got me the most was who do I hate more or who I hate the least?
Yeah, that's
the scary part.
Yeah, that's why people were voting. They were voting, who do I hate more?
Actually, lie.
Who do I hate more, and I'm gonna vote for the other person.
Exactly, and that's one of the scariest things you could ever do, because you don't. And now going into next year, in January when Obama leaves office and Trump takes over, it's just going to be unpredictable. It could go either way, which is one of the scariest things in our nation right now. I feel like this is my opinion. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I have a feeling that America is going to go through something big. I don't know what's going to be yet. I feel like there's inner conflicts that's going to break out.
Yeah,
that's been holding over years and years.
It's been years. It's gonna boil over at some point, and I feel like it's not gonna get better under a Trump presidency because.
Honestly, neither presidency would have.
Yeah, I don't feel like either presidency would have been a huge improvement, but I feel like Trump's is gonna wreck things more when it comes to race relations. We've been on recently. There's been a lot of talk about race relations and police violence and all that. I feel like it's gonna get worse because Trump refuses to acknowledge some of these things, and another thing, Trump refuses to acknowledge climate change.
Yeah, because he believes it's not
Yeah.
problem. But the thing is, let's try to bring positivity into this.
Okay.
I'm sorry because it's like all
All
negativity,
right. Go
and I
ahead.
really don't like that. Now Trump, what's good about him? Businessman,
All
knows
right.
what
He
he's
got the
talking
business
about.
acumen. He got that.
Yeah. And two, I think the also good side about him, yes, I know he's racist and all that, but the thing is he wants to focus more on the inner problems of America than foreign affairs, where we saw the first time a president, and our first president, George Washington, says not to be involved in public affairs. And I think that's a good step, but also there is negativity still around it. And also, I remember in one debate where he mentioned his policy. I forgot when it was. Maybe it was during the primaries also. He mentioned how he wants to break down the borders of the healthcare. Yes, he's trying to get Obamacare, and that's not kind of a good thing for us because we're going to be growing up, and it will be till 26 we have to get our own, which is not that bad. But while growing up, we're still in college,
Yeah.
and this is going to be scary for us because it doesn't affect our parents. It affects us,
Us and our
our generation.
children
Yeah,
and our grandchildren. It's gonna affect everybody.
not our
And
parents anymore. We're the leaders
yeah.
now of this new generation. It's getting scary how this is going to happen to us. And as I said, when Americans will decline, there's two questions you have to keep in mind: is when America is going to go through its darkest times, or when hell breaks loose in America, or it's going to be also when are we going to war? Because I feel like right now in the back of people's minds, something dramatic's going to happen that's going
Yeah.
to end up going to war, and we have to. It's just one of the scariest things you could ever think of, honestly. Because the last time we had a major war like this was World War II, and that was a scary war. But war, the only positive thing about war is it brings us economically back
Economic
up.
growth. Yep.
Hmm.
But the thing is, if we have a war right now, with the tools we have right now, we could really decimate the world. Especially if we go
Yes.
to war with someone as
Mhm.
powerful as Russia or something, the world could be torn asunder. And yeah, I like what you said about fixing America, working on America itself.
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot of problems with America
Exactly.
between the infrastructure,
Mhm.
one of the worst infrastructures out of all the first world countries. Uh,
Diversity.
issues, still schools still segregated.
Mhm.
Um, what else? Infrastructure.
I think also not illegal protest, but extreme protesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was all like this reminds me like of riots. Didn't something happen in 1980s or 1990s? I forgot. Like major riots happened.
yeah. There was the riots from
You know,
Rodney King.
yeah,
The verdict from Rodney King.
hmm
But I don't feel like there are gonna be that many riots now.
yeah,
I feel like
yeah. Because it's over with the election too. I think
yeah,
the election brought so much frustration upon the people that they started turning against each other, and we were supposed to be together.
yeah. We're supposed to be the most diverse country, and
Hmm.
we have all these problems. Yeah, I think I just want to see what he does with the internal affairs of the country
Exactly.
rather than talking to the other world leaders.
But I think it's not up to the president to be honest. With
I
the
mean, yeah, we gotta have a
we have to
Congress
have
that
yes.
support him, the House and the Senate
Yeah,
have to
that's the
support
scary
him.
part too. But the thing is, also you have to keep in mind how he trying to not separate from his party, but also
Yeah, his
is
party doesn't mess with him right now.
mm
They don't like him at all,
no,
and that's scary because he has no support from
mm-hmm,
the left or the right.
exactly. So it's just really scary. Like I think right now, as the American people should focus on ourselves. I
Yeah,
think a president should not be dealing with this us the people because as since in the Constitution, as it says in Declaration of Independence, it's us.
we the people.
We the people, and mostly concentrate on us. We have the human rights, we have the civil liberties, and it's just really frustrating when it comes down to who is it gonna really be to help us out through this.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you said, the internal affairs is what most important.
Mm-hmm.
All these issues that people don't address. We have problems with the Veterans
Yep.
Association. We have problems with infrastructure. We're one of the worst countries when it comes to educations. When it comes to education in the first world, and all these problems, and we're wholly ignorant to them because we don't pay attention to that.
Mm,
And
me-
I feel like we need to change the
Mhm.
culture. We need to be more aware of this.
We should be because you saw throughout the election and also throughout the problems of the world, we never really see us talking about the inner problems we have in
Yeah.
America that are hidden.
Yeah.
We don't even talk about that because I think we were so focused on elections going to be our next president and ISIS.
Yeah.
I don't believe we ever really talked about how are we going to get together. No, I don't remember really having a nice, decent talk about how you're going to bring the American people together, because as you've seen through World War II, World War I, American Revolution, as you've seen towards also a lot of more, I'm trying to think of, but I think I said all examples, but it's like, as you've seen throughout everything, we all got together and pushed through it every time. No one was separate, but they were all equal during World War II. That was the thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we didn't have the civil rights at that point, and there was no such thing as gay rights back then.
No, but it was more of the lines that as we, and 9/11 too, as we band together.
I mean, yeah, we get together during crises, but I feel like we shouldn't need a crisis to come together.
Exactly.
I feel like we should come together as a people, realize that you're a human, I'm a human. We understand each other at a human level. Like, we have to understand that skin color, race, religion, all that doesn't matter. It's not the skin color. It's who you are as a person.
We have, I want to say we have human reasoning, like nature reasoning.
We have the
it's built into us.
We have the ability to think.
It's built into us, and we should not be going by what this president says or what that ambassador says or what that king or queen says. I think we should go by what feels right towards us.
What feels right to us as a human being. Yeah.
Exactly. I know no one likes war. No one likes that. Yeah. No one likes anything. And it's just saddening to see all of this happening, because America was built upon
ideals. It was built on ideals and immigrants, and we're turning our back to those ideals. And
exactly.
All right, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
You too, Jiggity.
All right,
I got to get to class.
I gotta get to class, and we might do this. We might do this like once a week now.
Yeah, once a week, just to see what happens till January.
Yeah,
and then
I like this.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, signing out, Rob Jiggity. Yeah.